And
I hate the way they say, and the winner is...
It's called Jeopardy. Jeopardy, it's to build up the suspense.
It's a long pause, Fergus, isn't it?
That must have been the worst moment, wasn't it?
Yes, well, you know what made my day is afterwards, someone showed me a photograph of all of my army guys sat with Fergus at the moment that I was announced the winner, and they were all on their feet jumping around, even Fergus, so it was great to see.
Who thought up the routine, the act, the drama of including Fergus in what you were doing?
I was going to ask that.
Well, I mean, it was a funny one because when I got through the first round, I was at the Magic Circle a few days later, and Fergus was there, and I remember we had a brief chat. We said, oh, if I got to the final, we could do it together. Almost like a joke. We didn't really think of anything of it at the time.
He wasn't joking. He wasn't.
And obviously, the closer we got to the final, we got through the reveal round, and we spoke again and said that we might actually be able to do this. And something Fergus said to the team was he already had his medals polished and his shoes shined, ready for the show.
Dad gave me a little box of tricks, and I used to do these tricks, and they made out they had no idea how I did them, and I was getting a kick out of it, you know. How does he do that? And ever after that, every birthday, I would buy a trick or something, boxes, and one day I was approached by the president of the Magic Circle when I was 14, and he asked me to go and do some magic. And I said, all right. I went there. I put a matchbox on my hand. It lifted up. Then the drawer came up, then down, and he said to me, yeah, it's all right, but what happens if the thread breaks? I thought, how does he know that? You know, he said, forget it, use these. And that started me on sleight of hand. My goodness, that was a good day, wasn't it?
And that sleight of hand, I mean, we heard some of your story, obviously, with Richard's act. Some of that sleight of hand saved your life. You were a prisoner of war, Japanese prisoner of war, and it was magic that you say got you through so many situations.
Well, what happened, whenever they told me to do some magic to the camp commandant, I would say I haven't got anything, because they spoke no English, we spoke no, so it was all sign language. And he said, so I said, so they gave me a little coin, and I vanished it, and on the table he had a tin of fish. And so naturally I opened the tin of fish and produced the coin from there, as you would.
As you would.
And then at the end of it, he pushed the tin over to me because they wouldn't touch anything we touched. We were verminous.
Yeah.
So I got the fish and the vitamins and the protein. Yeah. So next time I was asked, I couldn't see anything, but I saw some bananas like that, a bunch. And then I thought, oh, probably the one you're going to do today. I'll do a trick with that. And instead of taking it, I got the whole bunch and held it against my chest.
You're no dope.
So they wouldn't have that back either.
Brilliant.
So I got the bunch of bananas. Then next time I went, there was nothing obvious with proteins or anything. But I asked him, you know. So he gave me a packet of cigarettes, real currency out there.
Yes, I bet.
So every time I did that, I got a little something out of it.
Which you then shared with your fellow prisoners.
The egg trick, where I nearly got my head cut off for it. When he said, what do you want? I said, an egg. That was a year's pay, 18 hours a day. So he wrote it on the chitty, and I took it to the Jap cookhouse. He asked me, you know. So I thought, can't say an egg, can it? So I said, 50 eggs.
50?
50. 2 years' pay. And I got 50. Straight back to the hut, 50 egg omelette. And of course I needed an egg to do the trick, but I wasn't going to waste it, because in the end you break it. So I got a bamboo thorn, cut a little hole in the back of the egg, that went in.
Gosh.
Then I had to make the egg. And there was a kapok tree nearby, and I took the kapok off, dipped it in red palm oil, that went in for the yolk, bit of coconut oil for the... Then I stuck the flap on again.
So you remade the egg?
And I did the trick that night.
Hello, YouTube. For more of the same, just click here. And don't forget, you can subscribe for even more of these amazing videos exclusive to our channel.
He really was, but I like that little delve into people. Like, you never know what's behind
I've seen that
doors.
door.
I know, and you
I always
want
wanted to know what was on the other side.
I know.
And you know what I'm like?
I
If
know.
I'm told that I can't go somewhere, that's where I
I
want
know,
to go.
you're probably